Good morning and happy Monday. I know you're watching this in the evening. Perhaps you're watching in the middle of the night. It is early morning for me. This is the earliest I've recorded a video for you guys. It's 4:45. I have to leave for work at 5:30 and the video didn't happen last night. So here I am, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed with fresh water because I'm out of creamer. So that's how Monday starting. Yes, I'll be going to the gas station before work. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope that you guys had a fantastic first day of the week. Unless you do shift work like me, and then it may have been the first of the week, or maybe the middle of the week, or maybe the end. Regardless, I hope that it was a great day. I hope that you guys have had a good stitchy week, that you've gotten done what you wanted to, or at least made some amazing goals for this week. I want to start by thanking everybody who is new, has come on, thanking everybody who has given me a shout out. I don't even know at this point who all has said, hey, go check out Mel, but I have had an influx of people coming in, so thank you guys. You're watching Stitch with Mel. I didn't say that, sorry. I am Melissa. I go by Mel just because I shorten everybody else's name, so I shorten my own. So you can call me Melissa, call me Mel, call me Hey You, whatever. It works. I just steady watch people, coming in and they're commenting and they're sending me sweet notes and messages, and it's amazing just to know that, I may not have a lot stitchy-wise going on. Definitely don't have any finishes or FFOs, but I mean, maybe I can at least be, a sun ray in your week. So that's the goal, just to have something to look at and to enjoy. Somebody messaged me yesterday and gave me some very sweet words, and they were like, sometimes I just come over to you just for the inspiration. And I was like, that's amazing. So today won't be probably like an incredibly long show, just because I've got to get out of here. But I did want to make sure that we do this every week because consistency is key. When you're not consistent, then, things can go awry. So, with that being said, I want to start off with a quote. Sometimes I do it at the end, but I want to start off this week with this quote. I mentioned Brené Brown last week. I thoroughly enjoy all of her research and her books. I will own them all again. Yes, I will. But she stands on this quote by Theodore Roosevelt, President Teddy Roosevelt. She uses it for everything that she writes and everything that she does, and I wholly believe it. I had never heard of it before, just because I'm not a researcher. I'm not a history buff. I believe this came from a full speech. I'm not even sure, but I've actually used one of our cross-stitching apps to create a pattern for it. It's a huge pattern. You'll see why in a minute. But it's something that I would like to conquer one of these days. But this is called The Man in the Arena. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there's no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither knew victory nor defeat. A lot of you guys have said in some of your videos, in different places in some comments that have been made on, I say you guys, I'm not pointing at anybody, I promise. Comments made on Facebook, in groups, on discussion boards, in different places. Well, I failed. Or, well, somebody didn't like the way that I did something. Or, I feel like I'm not accomplishing ... whatever it looks like for you. Let me encourage you today on a Monday, in a world where we literally don't know what's going to happen from day to day, in a world where we're led by people who don't know what's going to happen from day to day, whether that be our politicians or our medical people or our professionals or people who are just trying to help, religious leaders, anybody. Let me encourage you to not give up on yourself. And I say that from a point where I know all of those feelings. If you followed me long enough, you've known, or if you've backtracked like I do, you've known I'm in a healing spot myself. Far from it. And there are days when I'm like, what is the point in doing all of the things? And the point is that you don't give up. The people who are back in the back criticizing, questioning your reason for doing whatever you're doing, just apply it to cross stitch since this is a cross stitch channel. They're, why are you working so hard to try to finish all of these things? Nobody cares, nobody's listening, nobody's paying attention to you. Why do you keep doing things? Why do you get so frustrated and just keep going? The whole point is to never quit what you're passionate about. Keep doing what you want to do. The man who quits, the man who criticizes, the man who stops everything because it's too hard, has an easy voice. They didn't keep going. So, my hopes, my prayers, my love for you is that you do what sets your heart on fire, and that even when things are hard and difficult and you've stuck your finger a million times and you've frogged all stinking weekend for nothing, that you enjoy what you're doing, that you get some joy out of your passion for your craft. And then I'm hoping that all of you are not trying to do this for somebody else who isn't going to appreciate it, but that you're doing it for yourself. So that's my TED Talk for today. So moving into cross stitch, that was cross stitch related. I just see so many people who are negative on themselves and other people who don't have the license to be negative on people. And I'm like, this is about loving each other. The cross stitch community, I've said it over and over and over, is an amazing community full of people who genuinely care. The more people I watch on YouTube, the more I've already realized this, but the more that I know, because some people are actually reading all of y'all's comments, and y'all are freaking amazing. I mean, you're the most encouraging community I've ever seen. How can you not be happy when you're cross-stitching, though? Like, you're doing it for yourself, you're doing it for, your mental health, you're doing it for each other, whatever. It's just such a joy. All right. So, last week I could not find a purchase that I had made that I wanted to show you guys because it was behind me in a basket, and I didn't realize that it had fallen to the bottom of the basket because I had naturally gone through my stuff. So I found it this week, and I have to tell you, when I saw this pattern, I thought it was so stinking cute. I know exactly what I want to do. I'm doing one for myself and one for my aunt, and because she never did it for herself. It's so cute. This is called Last Stitch Cemetery. I can't remember who did it. I honestly can't. It's by, I guess you pronounce it Hanset. I'm not really sure. I may have just slaughtered that. And I ordered 2 of them. This is the pattern. I ordered 2 of them because they come with cute little charms that I have to put on them. So if you can't read that, I'm not sure if you can. I'm not wearing my glasses because they reflect and they're hard to see. So the first one says started, forgotten. The second one says half stitched, and it has 2 full crosses and then a half stitch. The third one says too old, and then the fourth one says lost interest. Is that not funny? So these are the little charms. Let me spread them out here. They go on each of the tombstones. And there's a spider. I absolutely hate spiders, but he's cute and it's a Halloweeny piece. So there is a thimble and needle. There is a skull, and then there are a pair of the stork scissors. So is that not fantastic? So yeah, I ordered one for myself and then one for my aunt, and I'm going to do them up both, and we're going to display them for Halloween, hopefully. Hopefully. That'll be Stitchy September. Alright, I had a finish this week. Oh, I didn't tell y'all about my week. What all happened last week? Erica was gone again. She went to Orlando. They went to we're Assemblies of God, and they went to the Assemblies of God National Fine Arts Competition where members of her youth group competed. One of her friends from Southern Arkansas competed, and so she traveled with them. And then some of her very best friends from our county, they live in a city up north, competed, and they actually went to the top. So she had a blast. I got to watch things vicariously through the magic of Facebook, and yeah, so it was fun. And then this weekend, I went with a friend of mine to Eureka Springs. We left on Friday evening, got there by 8ish, checked into the hotel, went out to eat, went to bed, which was a good thing. We had an amazing steak dinner. If you're following me on Instagram, I posted it. Yeah, I did. I think. Maybe on Facebook. I can't remember. And then on Saturday, we were tourists, just, did the whole downtown touristy thing, shopped the shops, did the things. I wore sandals. That was a mistake. My poor feet. It's hills. Eureka Springs is hills. So all the shops are on hills. And then Saturday night, we took a train ride. It was a dinner train, and so it was so fun. Just to get out, you just enjoy. The train ride I thought was like an hour long. It ended up being 3 hours. They stopped the train in the middle, or maybe closer to the end, I don't know. So we had minestrone soup as the train was starting, and then we had salad. Is that the right order? No. Yes. Minestrone soup, then salad. And then we had the most amazing chicken primavera I've ever had. And it had veggies in it. It was so delicious. Oh, on penne. And then they had this cute baked Alaska choo-choo train cake, which is adorable. I didn't know what they were doing. So everybody, because my back was to where the kitchen was, and we were in this little section of, there was only like 4 tables in our section. And so everybody's pointing, and I'm like, what are they pointing at? And then they're like, if you want to take pictures, you need to turn around now. And so they had, the cake was probably, I don't know, this big. And then they had the little smokestack where where they lit the gas to have the smoke. And then the girl who was pushing it had a train whistle. So, she comes through and she's blowing the whistle. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. She turned around, so I got to see it again. So we did that. And then Sunday we went to Thorn Crown Chapel, which is a worldwide famous glass church structure in the middle of the woods. And it was absolutely gorgeous. It was a beautiful service. The piano player was amazing. He did a great job. I think they called him a music pastor, so he may actually have a title. And then the pastor preached on grace. And if you know me, that's my word of the year, grace. Give myself grace. So he said at one point, the point that stuck with me, just stuck. He said, what gives you the right to judge yourself? Like, did you create yourself? Did God create you? What gives you the right? So, I hope my voice is picking up, because number one, I'm trying to speak low because Erica's asleep, and number two, she's early. But it was a very enjoyable weekend. I had a good time. Got to relax, just relax. I got to stitch. Saturday night we went in kind of early. I guess it was about 11. And I was tired, but I wanted so badly to finish this piece. So here's the piece I finished. Isn't he cute? This is a Housewives of Cross Stitch piece. USA. So stinking darling. I love the little eagle. So Grandma's gonna say, now when are you gonna get this finished? So I'm gonna finish it tightly, and it will go on my tiered tray for patriotic seasons, which is over now. I'm asking permission to be able to decorate for the fall. Erica says September. She's also moving out in 2 weeks, so I don't want to think about that. Okay, so that was my finish, and I will work on getting that completely finished FFO'd for you guys. I don't know if it'll happen this week or not. We'll see. I didn't tell y'all her plans. So she's home this week. Then next week she's going to Texas to move in her boyfriend. He's going to Baylor University along with their best friend. And fortunately they're rooming together, so that's awesome for them. And then we move her in the next Thursday. So not this coming Thursday. 2 weeks from this coming Thursday, she will be an official Texas resident. Am I ready? No, but I gotta get used to it, so it'll be all right. I only worked on 2 things this week. It's another reason the video is gonna be short, but that's okay. I get ready for work. Housewives of Cross Stitch Bloom. So I got here. I don't know why. I'm not really a color stitching person, but I kind of got on a kick where I was doing all of the white. And so it's not white, it's 3865. And so that's what I did. So I plan to finish that this week. Let's try to get all my smalls out of the way. Oh, if you haven't been watching, this month is All the Things August. So my goal is to work on all of my starts. Well, then follow that with Spooky September. There's a gnat bothering me over here. Follow that by Spooky September. So then I was like, well, I mean, I've already got lots of Halloween stuff started, so I'm just going to move all of the things into September for that. And then October is going to be finishing up Christmas stuff, obviously. So really, my All the Things August is all of the things that are not seasonal. So I've got Seeking Refuge, Little Red House, the USA I just finished just because it was almost there, Bloom, I can't remember, my whip notebook. I can't remember what I was trying to finish this month. I just went through it and marked everything for the different months that I want to do. I need to finish Peppermint Lane just because it actually finishes in August. I wasn't even reading the directions when I told y'all that I failed in Jolly July. No, it actually goes all the way through August. So I'm going to try to catch up on that. Little Quaker Christmas I'm going to finish just because I was almost done last week. You guys saw that last week. I don't know. Depending on where I get on everything else, I may work on it into All a Good Night because I was doing that with Sarah's stitching. Did I get that wrong, Sarah? I don't know. Now I'm gonna be mad at myself if I got it wrong. Don't do that. Um, anyway, Sarah, who's in South Arkansas, she and I were working on that one together. So, what else do I have this month? I'm flipping through my book while I'm talking to y'all. Checklist by the Strawberry Bloom. I just need to finish that. Quilt One by the Strawberry Bloom. Long May She Wave. I need to finish that. USA is finished. Marking that now. I didn't take my sound notebook with me. I always do finished and a little hard at the top of my pages. And that may be it. Oh, Have a Heart by Erica Michaels. I wanted to work on that too because that's almost done. That's words. It's easy. It's just a matter of getting it done. So, yeah, that's it. So I didn't work on Seeking Refuge at all this week, which I was kind of sad about, but, you know, I worked so hard on it last month, so I was kind of giving myself a break. So when I got home last night, I started on this little row here, and so I got everything done except this tree, and then I went to bed because I knew it would be starting in the morning. So I got my little rabbit, my little deer, my little bird, all the grass. Got all that done last night, so I was super excited about that. And Donna, I'm back on it. Oh, for those of you who haven't seen everything, let me just show you the whole deal. This is Little Red House by Brenda Keyes. This was something my aunt wanted. Unfortunately, she's dealing with a lot of eye issues. She still stitches. But I hated it for her. I was going to surprise her and just do it. I'm glad I didn't because she's enjoying the process. Here's a picture of that one. So I'm almost done with this. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and do this whole row. I had this thing, so I had, talking about failure, I had all of this done up here to right here. I didn't have, I can't remember if I had these done. I didn't have these done. I had all of this, all of this, all of this done. Decided I was going to go do the border just to make sure that everything fit. It didn't. Like at all. Like I would have had to have cut off all of the border. And Donna says, it's fine, do it. I said, no, we're going to have the whole piece. So my grandma and my aunt have been frogging that entire piece of material for the last, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks or something. Well, I started a new one. Measuring is not my forte. My uncle is an architect. My aunt does a superb job of it. Melissa does not. So, yeah. I still have issues on this one, but it's just going to be a top frame. So, I worked on that. Is that all I was going to say about that? I guess so. Yep. So, there you go, Aunt Donna. I'm working on that again. At work, it is validation week, so I won't get a lot of stitching done at work this week, but hopefully I can finish everything by this weekend. It's my long week, so I work Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be working for Mom. It's also sales tax week, so. And then hopefully Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I can do some stitching at work. And so, you know, theoretically, if it's a good weekend, that's a good 24 hours of stitching. I don't do it on Fridays as long. I don't spend an entire day on Fridays. But Saturdays and Sundays I do. Alright. So, that's my plan for the week. Keep working on all the things August. I want to get that entire row done if I can this week on Sampler. I looked at the Sampler company on Little Red House. Seeking Refuge, I'll show you where I am for those of you guys who haven't been involved. Seeking Refuge is a stitch along I was doing with Steph from Just Keep Stitching. And what the heck happened with my needle here? It's just like shoved in the middle of no man's land. Oh, I did do a little bit of stitching because I got some more black in the windows. Let me show you. It's a stitch along I was doing with, in an informal, it's nothing organized, that I was doing with Steph. We started it in July. She had started it in October of last year with her, the way that her stitching community does their work is they plan their entire year in October. And so, you know, she had put in a couple of stitches, a few stitches, it wasn't just a couple. And so I asked her if she wanted to work with me on it this year. I did do some, because I put some black in the windows. So this is where I've gotten. I would like, if I can do all weekend, if I can work all weekend, my plan is going to be to finish the house completely. All I have to do is the mortar, the black windows, the door, the roof, all those things. But I would like to get that done this weekend too. So we'll see. So remember what Teddy said. What counts is that you tried. And then, oh, one last thing, and then I'm going to sign off here. Common thread. If you aren't doing it, please join us. If you're on Instagram, especially, it's super fun. I think it's Common Threaded Stitchers. I got it wrong last week. Got it all the way wrong. But you can find it. Like lots of leaders are doing it. Steph and Pam from Just Keep Stitching. Erica Michaels. Where's my list at? Sorry, I'm not organized today, guys. No, Liz Matthews. I said Erica Michaels because I said her project will go. Liz Matthews. Quirks and Stitches, Tech Guy in the Hive, Almond M&M's, Snug Harbor Crafts, Sandbury Stitches, Steph, and Pam. They're all doing it. So they have prompts for every day of the month for August. Like today's prompt is going to be, I think it's, what lessons did you learn in 2020? Or in the pandemic, something like that. So many lessons. Of course, everything else was happening at the same time. But, anyways, what you do is you just go in and you answer it. You tag all of these guys, and you're just like learning about each other. That's the whole point of it, so that we can kind of come together. I said I wasn't going to say so many times. I'm just not organized today. Sorry. So that we can come together and get to know each other and get to know more about each other. So it's been super fun. I have gained followers. I have followed tons of people. I have gone through and just, you know, this suggestion for you, this suggestion. I'm like, yeah, all the people's. So my Instagram is now flooded with cross stitching. I have thought, should I go and create another Instagram just for, you know, myself, since I've kind of taken over the Laura 433 with cross stitching, but I don't think so. I think I'm just going to manage one. One account is enough for me. I can't keep up with it as it is. So, I think that's it. I think that's all that I have today. My plans are to just work on myself. Work on my stuff. It'll all be good. It's going to be a great week, guys. So, wake up tomorrow with a positive attitude, ready to go. Do lots of fun stitchy stuff for yourself. Take care of yourself. And I hope to see you guys next Monday. You have a fantastic week. Be blessed. Bye.